What she does every night terrified the village at night. When the village of Omiella slept under a blanket of stars, the shadows danced to a rhythm only one person truly understood. In the deepest, most secluded part of the forest, where moonlight struggled to pierce the thick canopy of ancient trees. She performed rituals that sent shivers down the spine of the bravest warrior. Whispers followed her like a second skin, tales of incantations spoken in a forgotten tongue that could twist the very fabric of reality. It was said she could command the spirits of the night, summoning them with offerings of strange herbs and silent promises. Some villagers claimed to have seen ethereal lights flickering around her small hut on the edge of the woods, a sign that something otherworldly was taking place. The most chilling rumor, however, was the one about Soot. They said she could pluck a person's soul from their body as easily as one might pick a ripe mango from a tree, with a muttered phrase and a wave of her hand. She could supposedly place the soul of a goat into a man, or the spirit of a serpent into a woman. People who had wronged her would suddenly change, their eyes holding a vacant, unfamiliar stare, their behaviors becoming erratic and primal. A once-proud farmer might start bleating in the middle of the market, or a respected elder might be found slithering on his belly in the dust. These transformations were her silent, terrifying signature, a warning to all who dared to cross her path. She was a creature of the dark, a manipulator of souls, a being whose nocturnal activities were the stuff of nightmares, spoken of only in hushed, fearful tones. But when the first rays of the morning sun chased away the shadows, a completely different woman emerged. By day, she was known as Mama F, the revered and gentle wife of Pastor David. Her presence in the church was a vision of grace and piety. Every Sunday she sat in the front pew, her head covered with an immaculate white scarf, her voice the sweetest in the choir. She would lead the women's fellowship with a soft-spoken authority, quoting scriptures with an ease that left everyone in awe. Her prayers were said to be powerful, capable of bringing comfort to the grieving and hope to the desperate. Mama F was the pillar of her husband's ministry. She organized community outreaches, visited the sick with baskets of fruit and warm words, and counseled young couples on the virtues of a godly marriage. Her smile was a beacon of warmth, capable of disarming the most hardened hearts. No one could ever imagine this serene, God-fearing woman being connected to the sinister tales that haunted the village nights. She was the epitome of Christian virtue, a living testament to faith and goodness. The contrast was so stark, so absolute, that it was unthinkable. The woman who prayed for the salvation of souls by day could not possibly be the same one accused of stealing them by night. It was a perfect camouflage, a mask of divinity that hid a terrifying secret. As if her dual life wasn't complex enough, she held another esteemed position in the village. From Monday to Friday, she was simply Auntie, the beloved teacher at the Omialla Community School. To the children, she was a source of endless patience and wisdom. She taught them how to read their first words, how to solve difficult sums, and how to write their names with careful, deliberate strokes. Her classroom was a haven of joy and learning, filled with laughter and the eager faces of children who adored her. She would tell them stories of brave heroes and clever animals, her voice animated and engaging. She nurtured their talents, praising the artistic child and encouraging the inquisitive one. Parents respected her deeply. She was the one shaping the future of their children, instilling in them not just knowledge, but also morals and discipline. When a child was struggling, Auntie was the first to offer extra lessons after school, never asking for anything in return. She was more than a teacher. She was a mentor, a guide, a second mother to the youth of Omiela. Her dedication was unquestionable, her reputation flawless. No one could ever suspect that the same gentle hands that guided a child's pencil were the very hands that, hours later, would conjure unspeakable horrors in the dead of night. She walked in the light, celebrated and trusted, while her shadow self danced with the darkest of magics, holding an entire village in a grip of unspoken fear.